Hi, my name is Sal Dali, aka Sal Dali, music producer, composer, creative.
Music has always been a part of Sal Dali's life.
At an early age, my parents were just big music fanatics. My dad is a musician, my grandfather was a musician, so I've just been surrounded by music my entire life, going through vinyl as a kid. At one point I was like, let me try this out. Probably around like sophomore year of college. It was kind of something just to do to kill time between classes for a while, and then I started realizing I was okay at it, so I just kept pursuing it. When my friends started offering to buy some of my beats from me for like $20, and I was like, oh man, this is cool.
He discovered his passion and decided to pursue a career in the music industry.
I guess like through college, I started having like more ambitions to do it professionally, but I didn't really know how or what route to take. But I was just honing my craft here with my friends for a long time, and then years later, I was just like, I got to the point where I was like, if this is going to happen, I have to go somewhere else because it's not going to happen here for me. So I ended up moving to New York in like 2012, and things just start moving from there.
He was willing to do whatever it took to make his dream a reality.
I mean, at that point, it was like almost a little bit of desperation. You know, I'd rather struggle closer to the opportunity than struggle here.
Earlier this year, Sal Dali won a Grammy for his work featured on Beyonce's newest album, Renaissance. And it's not an opportunity that he saw coming.
I was only supposed to be in LA for 10 days. I actually went out there just to work on a passion project with this, a songwriter friend of mine named Ink. I really just went out there, me and my partner LV. And earlier in the year, she told me she was kind of invited into some of the songwriting camps for Beyonce, and she was like, yo, we got to get on this together. But I was like, all right, well, I hear stuff like that all the time. So I was like, cool, but it sounded like a long shot. One day she called us and was like, yo, meet me at the studio. And we were like, all right. So we get there and security's giving us hassle. We have to sign all these NDAs and we're getting frustrated. And then she's like, you don't know where you are, do you? I was like, no. She's like, we're in Beyonce's. I was like, okay. Let's get comfortable. We ended up working in her studio for like a week. We got to meet her, hang out with her. It was a great time. It was like really the easiest session I ever had.
Although he's worked with well-known artists like Diddy and Pusha T, this was a meaningful moment.
Oh man, it was amazing. It still like doesn't really feel real, but just, I mean, Beyonce is such an incredible artist. She's like, you know, the Michael Jackson of our era, and it just came together so organically and effortlessly. It's just a crazy feeling. You know, I've been dreaming of being Grammy nominated, Grammy winner since I started making music, and it felt like it almost just fell into my lap, you know.
His career isn't slowing down anytime soon, and he's expanding his already impressive portfolio.
Basically, I'm part of a production company that we're doing music supervision, scoring movies, doing movie soundtracks, and we recently just did Bruce Willis' Assassin, which might be one of his last movies ever due to his condition. But it just came out a couple weeks ago, and the music's doing really well. The soundtrack's doing well on the charts, so it's our first foray into the film world, but it's not the last.
Of course, he couldn't say goodbye without giving his hometown a shout out.
Shout out to Avondale and Evanston.
A1 from day one, that's what they say.
Yeah. So Mikhayla Hughes-Shaw joining us now. I mean, it's so exciting. He seems like so humble in spite of all his successes. What was your big takeaway after talking with him?
Exactly what you just said, just
Yeah.
how humble he is. Yeah. And he even said just him kind of carrying himself in this way has placed him in rooms and given him experiences that he may not have been able to have. It is.
So is he based here, or did you say he's kind of all over?
Yeah, he's all over.
Yeah.
At the moment, he's living in LA, but he has lived in New York prior to, but he grew up here in Cincinnati, got his start in Cincinnati. He kind of honed his craft here. And in the story, he talked a lot about just having to take that leap of faith and go out to New York. And I'm sure that was so scary, but he made it happen. Yeah.
And it just seems like very focused on that, and very cool too that he mentioned that now getting the music like put into like film, movies, that kind of stuff.
Yes, he just continues to grow his resume and his portfolio. It's like, what can't he do at this point? And I think that's really inspiring because there are so many young people, so many young talented people right here in Cincinnati, specifically in the music industry. It's always cool to see someone else doing it and someone else making those steps and succeeding. And so really it's inspiring.
He's made it.
Yeah.
We're proud of him,
He
too.
got to do an album with Beyonce. I think.
That's-
I
yeah,
think
that's a
he
good
really
sign.
made it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Congratulations to him. That's awesome.
Yeah. For
And where can
sure.
people keep up with him and what he's working on?
Yes, his Instagram is right there on the screen. It's a funny name too. It's Sal Dali Lama. So there you go.
Sal Dali Lama.
Yeah, it's like
that.
a play on that. So.
Awesome.
But yes, great guy. It was super fun.
All right. Well, now that it's in movies, we'll have to catch up with him when he adds an Oscar to that, maybe too, for
Right.
music.
That'd be
Could
super
happen.
cool.
Speaking into existence, right?
Right.